On 11th March 2014, we at Auction House Künker in Osnabrück are holding the auction of an important collection of coins from the Order of St. John in Malta. We would like to tell you a bit about the history of the order and of its coins. In 1113, Pope Paschal II issued a document in which the rules of a new order in the Holy Land were confirmed. Godly men had gathered around a hospital in Jerusalem. It was close to a church dedicated to St. John. There, they cared for the men and women who had made the pilgrimage to Jerusalem. The Order of St. John, as they were known, soon changed their concept. The brothers served the poor and the weak, but not just in the hospitals and infirmaries. They armed themselves, and as Knights Hospitaller, escorted the pilgrims under the protection of armor and sword. Soon, just like the Knights Templar or the Teutonic Knights, the Knights of the Order of St. John were of paramount importance to the princes in the Holy Land, and so they shared their fate. In 1191, the Knights of the Order of St. John moved their headquarters from the conquered Jerusalem to Acre. In 1291, they moved from the defeated Acre to Cyprus. In 1310, they were given the island of Rhodes, which also had to be abandoned after several months of siege in 1523. Was this coin minted during the siege of Rhodes, or did it originate in Malta? In either case, this is the type of coins you would have used around the Mediterranean at the time. The model for this minting from the Order of St. John was the Venetian ducat, but instead of showing the Doge kneeling, here the Grand Master of the Hospitallers kneels before the saint to accept the banner, and he receives it, naturally, not from St. Mark, but from St. John. The reverse, however, imitates the Venetian coin completely. We see Christ surrounded by stars in the mandorla, an almond-shaped frame that can be seen as a kind of full-body halo. Anyhow, in 1523, Suleiman the Magnificent and his 160,000 soldiers banished the 600 Knights of the Order. This took the Knights to new quarters, which they received thanks to the mediation of the Pope of Charles V. He gave them the islands of Malta and Gozo as a fiefdom of the Spanish crown. And in Malta, the Knights of Malta, as they came to be known, produced their most beautiful coins. For example, this magnificent 4-tari piece from 1553. On the obverse, it shows the coat of arms of the 47th Grand Master, Juan de Omedes. The second and third field of the coat of arms shows the family crest of the Grand Master. On the left, a tree. On the right, 3 castles. In all Grand Master coats of arms, the first and fourth fields show a white cross on a red background. In its slightly modified 8-peaked form, the cross has become the emblem of the Maltese, still seen on all Maltese ambulances. On the reverse of the coin of Juan de Omedes, the Lamb of God is depicted, another association with the saint after whom the order named itself. John the Baptist announced the coming of Christ in the desert and baptized repentant sinners in the name of the awaited Messiah. The Gospel according to John delivered the contents of his sermon thus: "Behold the Lamb of God, which takes away the sin of the world." From then on, countless artists took the opportunity to depict St. John with a little lamb on his left arm. With his right hand, the ascetic points to the symbol depicting the person who will come to earth to atone for its sins. Other coins show the saint in full, as does this rare 4-tari coin by Jean de la Valette. It was minted between 1557 and 1568, and is one of only 2 known examples. Here John the Baptist appears as a semi-clad ascetic with the long cross. On his right, the lamb is seen standing on an altar. This is an extremely rare type of representation, which symbolizes Christ's sacrificial death. Much more popular were representations of the severed head of John the Baptist. Herod's wife had demanded the death of the holy man. Her husband refused. But Salome danced so seductively on behalf of her mother that Herod, without thinking, granted her every wish, regardless of what it might be. And Salome demanded the head of John the Baptist. His severed head, depicted in grisly detail, was a favorite subject of artists. And we also always find the severed head of John the Baptist on the coins of the Order of St. John. Some reverses show the head of John the Baptist lying in a sort of cup, like this 2-tari coin, which was created under Jean l'Évêque de la Cassière. This coin is from the collections of Attard and Restelli. It is extremely rare, probably one of only 3 known specimens. On 18th December 1587, Grand Master Hugues de Lubens-Verdali was named as a cardinal deacon by Pope Sixtus V. Standing below cardinal bishop and cardinal priest, the cardinal deacon is the lowest rank of cardinal. Nevertheless, with it comes the right to participate in the election of a pope. For numismatics, the cardinal's hat that Hugues Lubens was now allowed to wear is more important. From 1588, it appeared on Maltese coins, crowning the coat of arms. In 1607, Emperor Rudolph II bestowed upon the reigning Grand Master the title of Prince of the Holy Roman Empire. In the world of numismatics, Adolphe de Wignacourt also responded to this elevation in rank. He exchanged the cardinal's hat for the open crown of the princes of the empire. This was superseded by the royal 8-pointed crown in the middle of the 18th century. The Maltese Grand Masters were eventually influenced by the ideas of absolutism and tried to imitate the extravagances of Baroque monarchs. The costly representation associated with this, however, did not go along with the ancient ideals of the order. It is hardly surprising that the results were uprisings against the religious rule. Francisco Ximenes de Texada, who held the office of the 69th Grand Master from 1773 to 1775, had to quash several such rebellions and also had to declare the order bankrupt. Even reformers like Emmanuel de Rohan could do no more. Under his rule, all religious orders in revolutionary France were annulled. This meant an enormous loss of power, money, and influence for the Maltese. The last Grand Master in Malta, Ferdinand von Hompesch, came from Germany. On his coins, he once again celebrated the idea of the empire with the double-headed imperial eagle. But on 10th June 1798, Napoleon Bonaparte landed on Malta with 15,000 men. The defense installations were obsolete. The inhabitants of the island of Malta allied themselves with the French, and so the only option remaining to the 332 knights was to surrender. That was the end of the order on Malta. The Congress of Vienna reneged on all its promises to return Malta to the Maltese. However, a few years later, the Maltese did win the right to continue as a sovereign state. Today, the Sovereign Military Hospitaller Order is based on the Palazzo di Malta on the Roman Via dei Condotti 68. Around the world, it has approximately 13,500 knights and dames, and around 80,000 volunteers and employees. We at Auction House Künker are delighted to offer for sale one of the most impressive collections of coins and medals of the Order of Malta ever auctioned. The auction will take place on 11th March 2014 as part of our Auction 246. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact us.